A very good morning to my lecturer. My name is Tong, and today I will be presenting on risk response planning of Hama Expressway. First, I'm going to give an introduction on Hama Expressway. Hama Expressway is a highway construction project in Japan. It is approximately 321.3 km long and links Hametome town to Obama town. The contractor for this project is Central Nippon Expressway Company joint venture together with Malaysia Group of Company on 25th of September 2019. The joint venture company is subsequently known as Nippon Malaysia Sendirian Berhad. Next, the contract commencement date for this project is on 25th of October 2019 and the completion date is on 25th of October 2023. It is scheduled to be completed in 48 months from their initial contract commencement date. The project layout plan shows the route for Hama Expressway project, which is from Hametome town to Obama town and is approximately 331.3 km long. Next, the scope of work for this project is the construction of a new road alignment of 4-lane dual carriageway road, construction of bridges, interchange, box and pipes cupboards, erection of services and utilities, auxiliary works, all necessary temporary works including design, and last but not least, the traffic management plan (TPM) and its implementation. On the next slide, I'm going to explain on what is risk identification. First and foremost, it is the process of listing potential project risks and their characteristics in order to ensure that all potential project risks are identified. The risks in construction projects can be grouped into 4 categories, which are nation or region, construction industry, company, and project. The risk identification here is generally found in all foreign projects. First, at the national or regional level, risk factors are related to political, economic, and social changes. Next, we have risk at construction industry level. The risk factor includes market fluctuation, change in construction laws and regulation, standards and costs and contract system. At the company level, risks can be divided into 2 categories, which are external activities between companies and internal activities within a company. For external activities, it can be subdivided into 4 main types of category, which are employer and owners, architects, laborers and subcontractors, and last but not least, materials and equipment supplier. As for internal activities, it can be due to cash flow shortage of manpower and loss of business productivity. Project labor risks are defective work, schedule delay and cost overrun. Next, moving on to risk response planning. It involves the process of developing strategic options, determining actions to enhance opportunity, and reduce threats to the project objectives. There are 7 factors to be taken into account when designing the risk response plan. First, the risk response plan must be appropriate. The response rate must be proportional to the magnitude of the risk, and risk must be addressed at the right level. Second, the response plan must be affordable. An agreed budget must be established in advance for each risk activity. Third, it must be actionable. An action window must be defined in advance for each risk operation. The process involves scheduling response to manage risk. Fourth, the response must be realistic and technically feasible. Fifth, the proposed risk response must be assessed to determine the workability. Sixth, the consensus and commitment from stakeholders must first be sought out in order to reach consensus agreement on risk responses. Last but not least is allocated and accepted. Every risk response must be managed and acknowledged to ensure a single point of responsibility and accountability in carrying out the response. There are various strategies available for risk response and are presented as follows. For threats, we have the process of avoid, mitigate, and convert. As for opportunity, we have exploit, enhance, and share. As for both threats and opportunities, we have accept and escalate. There are two types of risks that must be accounted for when developing risk response strategies, since all risk response strategies have consequences. These are secondary risks and residual risks. Secondary risks are new risks arising from the implementation of a risk response plan. Residual risks are risks that maintain after implementation of all risk response plans. These risks should be properly documented and communicated to stakeholders, since nothing is to be done with these risks. Next, we have three phases of documentation for risk response planning, which are historical database, current project database, and post-project review and archiving. Firstly, for historical database, it is defined as the data from previous projects with similar circumstances and conditions as the current project. It can serve as a guide and reference for overcoming similar and comparable risks. Secondly, current project database are data from ongoing projects in the implementation phase, and they are added to historical data or historical database. The current data must be well documented so that a reliable database of data can be built. Last but not least, we have post-project review and archive. Project management, evaluation, and post-project evaluation is crucial in ensuring reliable database of data can be built. Important data elements must be properly collected and archived when updating to the historical database. The following list is requirements for suitable risk documentation. These are risk appetite statement, risk management framework, risk materiality, risk register, risk taxonomy, risk charter and mandates, risk management policy and procedures, methodologies, risk escalation process, risk metric, risk communication, risk training costs. And that is all from me today. Thank you.